All right, we are live. What's happening, everybody? How we doing tonight? It is Wednesday, 7 o'clock. It is Success with Mark Live, and tonight we are going to get into how to create an irresistible offer that gets you leads pretty much every single time you use it. This is a formula that I have used over and over again for several years. I teach it to all my clients. And it just works. You know, it works to get leads, and it just works for attracting the right people to you, almost to a point where it's almost boring. And that's what I want in my business. I want something that works over and over again. And every single time I have done it myself, or I've done it for a client, it just works in different niches. I have people in the keto niche, in the travel niche, in the roofing niche. I mean, I have just worked with people in all different niches, and this really works when you have the right compelling offer. So what we're going to do tonight, as you come on, do me a favor, comment and let me know that you're watching, and we'll get started here in just a moment. But super excited to have you guys here tonight, and we're going to get into this content here and share some stuff with you. Cool. So in this episode, again, we are going to talk about how to create a compelling offer that gets leads every time. Now, one of the things that I am real big on, I talk about it constantly, probably on every training that I ever do, but I always talk about building the email list. And when you build the email list, it's very, very important that in order to attract subscribers to your list, you have to have something of value. You have to have something that people are, want to see, or they want. People don't just give up their contact information, easily. People want to know that they're getting something. So the idea of an irresistible offer, or what I call a lead magnet, or, some type of free content that you're going to give your prospect in order to get their, get their contact information and get it onto your email list. So one of the things that you want to do when you are putting together your irresistible offer is you need to know your audience. You need to know who they are, where they're at, where they're hanging out. Sometimes it's referred to as an avatar. And a lot of people, I'm really surprised at how many people, after years, people that I've, seen around for a long time still struggle with this idea of, well, I don't know who my target market is. And this is not something that's really hard. Should take you about 10, maybe 15 minutes to figure out. And, but knowing who your audience is, who is more predisposed to buy what you have. I've used this example in the past, but, if you are in a travel-based company and you are sharing travel products or a travel discount club of some sort, what you want to do is who is it that would be most likely to buy your products? Maybe it's people who have purchased timeshares in the past. Maybe it's people who have booked vacations through, certain websites. It might be people that go on vacation to certain, more exotic destinations. So these are the kind of things that you want to think through and know. And it's all about the goal with your product is to find the people who are already in that idea that they want to purchase something like you have, or people that have already purchased something like you have. And that is the best way to figure out who your audience is. So for me, my market, the people that I work with a lot are actual marketers. I teach marketing. My whole business is about teaching and training marketing. So I work with people that want to learn because I'm super passionate about marketing. So one of the things that I teach and train people on is how to create videos. You can create videos on YouTube. You can create videos on Facebook. You can do live videos. You can do all kinds of videos. There's so many different ways to do videos nowadays. But one of the things that when I'm working with people, the biggest hindrance that they have to doing videos a lot of times is, number one, they do have a fear of it if they've never done it before. So they have a fear of doing video. And once I get them over that fear, usually people say, well, I'm not sure what to talk about. So if I was to ask you what would be a good, compelling offer for people that have the desire to do video marketing, to get out there and actually, create videos to generate leads for their business, what do you think a good lead magnet or a free piece of content would be based upon what I just shared with you? It would be, boy, they want something that can give them a lot of ideas in order to create videos. So that is precisely what I did. Now, in a lot of ways, I have focused a lot on live videos, but I created a PDF many years ago called 101 Video Ideas. And it was all about, just different ideas for creating videos. Because one of the biggest excuses is, well, I don't know what to talk about. Well, I just solved that for you. I put it into a PDF and I can use that as an irresistible offer. I've gotten incredible results over the years using that. I kind of morphed it into a PDF called the 101 Live Stream Ideas. So me knowing my audience, knowing the pains of my audience, that my audience are affiliate marketers, network marketers, traditional business owners that want to market online using various techniques and strategies, but they're not sure how to do it. They're not sure how to get there. They're not sure how to set up the basics. This is really my audience. So I teach and I train on that. So the goal is, when I know my audience and I know the hangups that they have, I can create a compelling offer or a lead magnet or some free content that I can then give to them and use that to build my list. Okay, so that's really, really what it comes down to. So it comes down to knowing the audience and then, finding their pain points, the things that they really struggle with, and then create that piece of content to get it in front of them. Now, here's the other thing, and this is very, very important with, when you're going out there and you create a lead magnet of some sort, you want to put it into something very, very simple, a very simplified capture page that will help you to contact or, get that contact information. So what I'm going to do with you real quick is, once you create a lead magnet, you need to have a capture page for that lead magnet. Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick the capture page if you're watching the video of this, and I'm going to show you what a real good layout is for a capture page that pretty much, again, all of my coaching clients use on a regular basis. So I'm going to share my screen here with you. And if you look right here, this is a capture page that I use all of the time. I use this one all the time. I don't even, every time I create a lead magnet, this is essentially what I do. It's a very simple thing that I create. And then I have a graphic created over on Fiverr, and it's very simple. Free download. And it's basically 306 action words proven to increase engagement, get more leads, and make more sales, just like the pros. So this is a lead magnet that I've created. If you want to download it, if you like what you see, go to markharbert.com/powerwords and you can download it. But you can see it's nothing fancy. It's just a PDF that I created that really has a real appeal to people, especially if they are using social media, if they want more leads, if they're writing emails. This is the type of PDF or lead magnet that would appeal to them to help them get better results with what it is that they're doing. Okay, so this is what I lay out my capture pages with. And let me just put it into mobile mode for you. And then this is how it looks in mobile mode. It's really that simple. So that's how I do it. And that's how it looks. I don't do anything like super fancy here. I am really focused on keeping it as simple as possible. That's really my whole goal. So I want to go back here to the lead magnet, just for a second, because once you kind of know, and this is something I go through with every single lead magnet that I create, is there's two things that you want to do. You want to create a lead magnet with a very catchy name to it. Okay. And like, for instance, my Power Words cheat sheet. It is the the copywriting power words cheat sheet. 306 action words proven to increase engagement, get more leads, and make more sales just like the pros. So there's two things here. You have the name, which is the copywriting power words cheat sheet. Okay. And that is the title. And then what you want to have is a subtitle that's more descriptive. Now, if you go into any bookstore like a Barnes & Noble or, whatever bookstore you go to, if you go in there and you look at the books on the shelves, pick up any book that you have. And what you can do, and I have a book here, and you'll notice that with this book, you have the title and then you have a subtitle. Okay. And this is a formula that book writers have used for years and years to describe what it is that they're using. So, for instance, my 101 live stream ideas, it is 101 ideas designed to attract your perfect prospect. Okay. That is my subtitle along with the title. So again, in this case, you have the copywriting power words cheat sheet, and then you have the subtitle as well. So these are a couple tips on how to create it. I'm a big fan of PDFs. I think PDFs are a great lead magnet to create because there's something with PDFs that people really, really like. And, it's kind of an ownership thing. When you're watching a video, you can't necessarily download the video onto your hard drive. Now, with a PDF, you can certainly do that. And that's something that people, will want to do on a regular basis. But when you have that on your computer, there's a sense of ownership there to it. People feel like, oh, I got it now. It's mine. It can't be taken away from me. Whereas a video, if you put a video up, people will go and watch the video, but they don't necessarily have it on their computer. So I'm a big fan of PDFs. I think they're great. But if you're building an email list, you really need to have a compelling offer. So learning to spend some time creating a really, really good lead magnet is something that's very, very important. And again, I put all of my clients through this without fail. The first couple weeks that I work with people, it's all focused on the lead magnet and creating that freebie download, that works. I can't even begin to tell you how many other people I know, big leaders, that use this exact concept over and over and over again because it works. It's almost boring to talk about because, I just do it over and over and over again. And I'm one of those people that if something works and it continues to work, I will continue to use it, and I just still continue to get really, really good leads with my offers. I have them on my blog. I have capture pages where I can capture people's information. So the other thing that you want to think about, and I'll leave you with this final point, and then if you guys have a couple questions, you can certainly ask them. But one of the things that I do is I always think about the positioning. And positioning is basically, when you're creating like the headline or the title and the subtitle, you really have to think about the positioning of that. And what I mean is you really have to put yourself into the mind of your prospect. And what is it that they really, really want? And what is it that you can give them? And how can I position it in a way that kind of tickles all of the human needs and the human desires? And, there's a lot of human desires, the human needs. How can I, tickle some of those? So, one of the things that you can do is if you have something that you've created that will help them to get results very quickly with it, you can throw in there into your subtitle the words fast or the words quick. And that positioning is very important. So if I was to create a subtitle, and let's just say the title was how to fix the kitchen sink, how to unclog the kitchen sink. Okay. And with that, what if I was to say how to unclog the kitchen sink fast? Okay. So you got that fast, that adds a whole new dimension to it. Now, what if I say how to unclog the kitchen sink easy and fast, or fast and easy? You see how that adds a whole new dimension to it? So positioning really makes a difference because, you can say how to unclog the kitchen sink, but if you say how to unclog the kitchen sink in 5 minutes or less, that puts a time element to it where people can actually get a mind picture of how simple you have or something that, you've created, how they can utilize it and get a result very fast. So when you create that lead magnet, that irresistible offer, you want to think about that. Like, how quickly, how fast can I help them get a result with what I'm giving them? And, it doesn't have to be huge and elaborate. I am not a fan of big, long ebooks. I ask myself, when I get a big, long ebook, do I actually read that ebook? And usually the answer is no, I don't. I don't read a big, long ebook. And more than likely, you don't either. So I like to keep it really simple. I get my lead magnets or my PDFs down to about 5 to 7 pages on average. I would say no more than 10, but keep it as simple as possible. 3 to 7, 5 to 7, somewhere in that range. And I think that that's a good lead magnet. And it's quick. People can get through it quick and get some high value from it. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Definitely, think about your offer when you're going to build your email list. What is it that you're offering to people? It doesn't need to just be, something generic. You want it to be very specific and very specific to the audience that you're serving. So if you can do that and you come up with that, I'm telling you, you're going to have no problem generating leads. I've generated leads over and over, in my business. I've generated well over 150, 160,000 leads online in my time. And, it really, really makes a difference when you have a compelling offer. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. If you guys enjoyed this, do me a favor, share this, tag somebody in the comments, share it, send it off in Messenger, help somebody to do this if you think this is something that they'll get value from. And just a reminder, we are back on. We're doing this every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock, and we'll hop on for a few minutes and share with you some concepts and some things that can really help you. So we've got a lot of exciting things coming. You want to make sure you're paying attention. In the next couple weeks, I'm going to be opening up registration for something extremely exciting, and it's not going to cost you anything. So I'm very pumped about it. And it's going to be big. I'm excited about it. And let's put it this way, if you love automation, then you're going to want to make sure that you be a part of what I've got coming. All right. So if you're not on my list, also get over to markharbert.com. Make sure you subscribe, and because I'll be letting all my subscribers know first. All right. So appreciate you guys. Love you. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.